This is a short bite episode of Homeschool Together. Hello and welcome back to Homeschool Together. You thought this day would never come. 2 years of effort.
You stole my line. That was my line. You thought this day would never come?
They thought
this day would never
come.
We've done it, y'all. We have
finished.
finished the resource guides.
Oh my gosh. Oceania.
This was like a labor of love. What has this been, a year? And we're actually
Over a year and a half.
I feel like we're kind of congratulating ourselves a little bit early. We have finished Oceania and the polar regions, but Matt has come up with this amazing way of finding such high quality videos, and I found even more books. So we will be going back and redoing North America and South America guides,
adding more in
to go with the new high quality standard we have. But today, let's celebrate.
If you've downloaded North America or South America, those updates will be pushed out to you for free when the new version comes out. So we would encourage you to go ahead and get that. But Oceania's done. But wait a minute. Oceania. What is this thing called Oceania? Well, it turns out that it's not just Australia is a continent. It is Australia, New Zealand, the eastern half of Papua New Guinea, and then all of the island nations of the Pacific are included, as well as Antarctica and the Arctic as well. So we pigeoned both of those in there at the end. Yeah,
put the polar regions in there. It just seemed right.
I know we talked a lot about polar regions when we were talking about, say, Russia or Canada or when we had some Alaska sections or even the Nordic countries. There's always kind of like an Arctic. They
all touch the Arctic.
And so what I did is we went ahead and put the polar regions in this guide as well. So if you're thinking about doing a big Antarctica study, which is just fascinating, or if you wanted to do a polar region as well, the North Pole, that is in this guide as well. So we have kind of books for both ends of those. No recipes. No, actually, I did have recipes.
Oh, there's some recipes? There are 30 recipes.
I had snow cone recipes for the Antarctica.
That's right. And some popsicles, I think.
And popsicles as well.
North Pole. But we have a bunch of island nation recipes and recipes from Australia and New Zealand. This is really great. As with all of our guides, if you're new to the podcast, we did the Around the World study with our kindergartner for Torchlight and Build Your Library, and these resource guides are a way to kind of enrich that experience and provide you with more books and more recipes and movies, documentaries, tons of high quality YouTube videos that we've curated for families.
Because we know it's hard when you are combining these curriculums that sometimes you don't have the resources to do the activities, or maybe that book that was recommended by that curriculum is a little bit too new and it's not at my location, whatever that might be, my library or whatnot. We give you some other alternatives, some other options that you can do. So when you're loading up that shopping cart on your library and you're looking to add more books to your holds, like we do, we're going to give you some of those options. Also, media. We know media is really important. It's a great learning tool. It's a great way to spark discussion and learning. I've really tried really hard, even with these really small micronations. 10,000 people in this country or that country. I was able to get a bunch of videos for those places. Yeah.
Right? It's super neat. And we know that a lot of kids, media is a big part of our homeschool, as I'm sure it's a big part of some of your homeschools. And if your kids want to watch something, it's like, hey, why don't you watch some more videos on this instead of watching random cartoon number 4 that they love to watch right now? And our kids do watch cartoons too, but it's nice to have just like an entire list of educational content that goes with what they're studying. You can tap on any of it you want.
Full documentaries, long videos.
And fun movies. We really we leaned into doing movies and recipes, and we would do those on Friday nights. Every Friday night through the whole thing, we would study it. We'd be like, we would make something new and we would watch a movie go with it.
We just did a movie tonight about with our ancient civilizations. We're doing about prehistory. We'd already done Ice Age from the prehistory section that we did. So we did Brother Bear today. So
we love the movies. Our kids get so into it. So we wanted to include movies that you could watch with your learners from these countries. So this is great. As with all of our resource guides, we have a price on it, but it's pay what you want. We don't want any families to not be able to afford to homeschool
So
and to
if
get
you-
the resources.
If you need the resources, put a 0 and check it out and have a good time.
Yep, and take it with our best wishes. If it's something that fits into the budget of your homeschool, we'd really appreciate that you purchase it so that we can keep going. We want to add more resources. We're going on to ancients. I know we have a lot of resources that we want to add for that, and we want to do something kind of similar for that. Maybe put together some unit studies about certain civilizations. I'm not sure what we're going to do, but
We've kicked around a bunch of
we
ideas.
appreciate your support of this. If this is something you want to do, we really recommend that you do a curriculum, and then this is a bolt-on typically. But if you just want to do a unit study on Antarctica and you're not doing any of these curriculums, you could totally use this.
Yep.
This is great. It's just not, we don't want anyone to be under the impression that it's a full curriculum because it's just the resources, but it is a killer resource list. And if you want to do a unit study on any country in the world,
Some would say the greatest of all resource guides.
it is. I will say it. It is the most comprehensive collection of books and videos and movies and all of these resources
for early learners trying to learn about around the world. I think
about countries of the world. It is the best.
I think it's. We're not going to toot our own horn, but I'm going to toot some horns. I think it is. It's the most comprehensive.
It's the most comprehensive list. It's everything we could find. We tried to include every book I could find that had anything to do with it in case it's at your library and you want to check it out. If anyone notices any problems with any of the guides, there's broken links or anything,
just let us know.
And we'll update it. But yeah, we really appreciated doing this. And like I said, sometime later this year, we're going to get to update North and South America because Matt's new, I was going to say algorithm, but your new routine of how you find these great videos
resources and whatnot.
is really terrific. And we just feel that North and South America would benefit from getting that update too. Yep. So we hope you enjoy this. We made it.
We did it.
Thanks so much for joining us today and making us a part of your homeschool journey. Please engage with us on social media. Join our Homeschool Together podcast group on Facebook and find us at Homeschool Together Podcast on Instagram. We'd love to hear your feedback, questions, and recommendations. Until next time,
Happy homeschooling!